Hello, everybody. Welcome to Women in the Metaverse VIP Day. So my name is Lisa Beyer, in case you're just tuning in. We are on our 6th or 7th session today, and amazing women sharing their stories, their expertise, their knowledge, and collaborating together. And today I want to introduce Paige Dansinger. Hey, Paige, how are you?
I'm fantastic. My mind is so stimulated by the presenters and incredible female disruptors community. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. And we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for Nava. And I think I met you first in VR and went to a bunch of your events with your museums, and it's just unbelievable some of the things that you're doing. So inspiring. And I know you're going to share your story, and you have some videos that you're going to share about the behind the scenes of your world building, women world building and resilience. So I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm going to hand it over to you, and can't wait to hear. And for everybody out there, so we're going to save about 5 minutes towards the end for some Q&A. So just put your questions in the chat as you think of them, and we'll try to get to as many of them as possible before we have to wrap it up.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This is such a treat. Today, I'm excited for this opportunity to present in this next 45 minutes or so about women, world building, and resilience. I'll break down how I'll spend my time. First, we're going to watch a 27-minute video that shares the story of Women in Horizon. It's all about how Nava and I created this community together and the incredible impacts that it's had. We're going to hear from the voices of the members themselves and take a look at some of the events and excitement that we've had with not just women and allies, but a diverse community of intersectional creators, including Black, Indigenous, and women of color, and the LGBTQ community and allies. So all together, we focus on lifting from a centered women perspective. Then I'm going to talk about Better World Museum. Better World Museum was a brick and mortar space for over 5 years, downtown Minneapolis. And during the course of the last several years, well, actually since 2016, we've been building community using participatory drawing programs by creating VR gardens. And I'm going to share how Better World Museum created a second museum, an annex museum called Horizon Art Museum inside of Horizon World's a social VR building space, and how by investing and raising value in new diverse community members, we created a resilient community. So I'm gonna start my timer and let's go. Let's go into women, world building, and resilience. I'm gonna share my screen and we'll start. During the first block of the video, I won't be able to talk. You'll only be hearing the audio from the video. But during the next section of this presentation, it'll be real personable and hands-on, and I'll be here to talk and answer questions, as well as an after answer question and answer period. Thank you. While I find the right video. Oops.
Very excited, Paige, for this.
Thank you. We're just gonna show you some YouTube videos. And so our first one is Women, World Building, and Resilience. And this is really the Women in Horizon story.
Hello, I'm Paige Dansinger. Thank you for this opportunity to share the story of Women in Horizon and how it has created a more resilient community by using Facebook Horizon to build futures, build relationships, build connection, build strength, build authority, build leadership roles, build worlds and stories untold. This is a story of resilience and community building. World building is community building, and community building is resilience building. Women in Horizon was created from a community of women in Horizon Beta, working together and creating communities, collaborating, focused on care. Women in Horizon was created into a Facebook group together with Nava Berg, where she created this incredible space to host functions, events, creator spotlights. International Women's Month, we created an event co-hosted with Facebook Horizon, focusing on well-being, empowerment, marketing, and business skills. We toured the Purple Flower Survivor Garden and Leslie's meditation space. Together as partners, we formulated and invited more guests. We have Anna from Pixel Ripped. We had questions and interviews and went and played a game she created for Horizon. Each month focusing on a new creator with different experiences, including meditations. A group garden club was born. And together, members began to grow better together. World building is community building through inclusive programming, world building, play, and creating new leadership roles. We helped grow the members of Women in Horizon in new ways that individually, through a group, and as a community, build resilience, build relationships, build trust, and build the future metaverse and community.
When someone comes in there, they feel the force of our culture. We like to call it a wave of kindness. It hits you. You know that this is a space where we require you to be kind. It would be great if people walks into the place and we have a plaque that has the rules of engagement, so that everybody knows on their way in that, you know, in this space, we understand and we respect what you have to say. Even if we don't always agree with it, but take the time, make the effort to express yourself in a way that does not break our hearts. It would be great if people knew that ahead of time. And this allows for us to be able to do that very easily. Number two, I think there's something here that the Facebook group setting doesn't have, that we can feel like, you know, I feel like I'm a part of something real. And suddenly, you know, COVID has melted into like, it just isn't happening. And not social distancing. There's a realness to that being on our regular Facebook group, as great and as connected as we feel in there, I cannot feel this. I can feel this. May I just say that I'm sure that in a space like this, we have a lot of new lessons to learn that we haven't even begun to think about. And so I am leaving a room, I'm leaving space open for all the things I don't yet know and the surprises that are going to come up, that I'm willing to have the agility, to meet it with agility and the openness to understand and to learn with everybody here who's been doing this for far longer. So.
Every group has the potential for conflict. We created group rules stressing kindness and positivity and inclusion, and a conflict resolution strategy that ensures forgiveness, kindness, and listening. We may all practice listening more to each other. I'm not a perfect listener, but I can try each day to be a better listener. These are the voices of Women in Horizon and the Horizon Creator community, a community focused on diverse voices, which is essential here in Horizon.
Hi, I'm Flutter, and this is Horizon. For me, Women in Horizon helped me find my voice when I was being silenced, held down, and held back. And they helped me grow my meditation group. Meditation has really given me the ability to help my voice grow and other women's voices and people's voices grow. Finding our truths, opening ourselves up to understanding who we really are, and sharing our experiences. It seems like VR allows us to grow closer together. I'm closer to people in Horizon than I've ever been in real life. We share really personal and meaningful stories together. And that means the world to me, to be able to share all these experiences, opening our voices, talking, what works, what doesn't work, family, jobs, building. How do we build in Horizon? You know, the types of worlds that we create. All this creation is just incredible, and spending time with all these amazing people. And I really feel like I know myself a lot better since coming into Horizon, and Women in Horizon has really been a powerful and uplifting experience. And if it wasn't for Paige Dansinger, my voice may have been quieted because I had lost confidence in myself. And Women in Horizon helped bring me back to that level of confidence that I used to have. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today and talk to you about what Women in Horizon means to me and community.
Hi, I'm Molly, and this is me in real life. And this is me in virtual reality, Facebook Horizon to be exact. And my name in this space is Phoenix for VR. I joined this community about a year ago, and to be honest, I had no idea what Horizon was all about. And I was curious. You know, I had played games on the Quest before, but with the pandemic, I really wanted something a little more social. So I attended an event in the Women in Horizon group, hoping to meet some new people. And I tell you what, from that night, this Phoenix began to fly. Over the past year, I have met some of the most talented, generous people, and some of these folks have become my very best friends. The word community has taken on a whole new meaning for me. Who would have thought that you could be social with others in a virtual space? That you could have meaningful and in-depth conversations, that you could play games and laugh until you cry with people that are thousands of miles away, all from your living room. This community has helped build my confidence and taught me that pretty much anything is possible. Through collaboration with others, I was introduced to my inner artist that I never knew existed. Now I am a creator. I build worlds, I do voiceovers, I write scripts. And you know what? I even have my own talk show on a TV station that this community, people like you and me, built right here in VR. Socially distant is a term we all know too well. But through virtual reality, I believe the term should be physically distant. Because in whatever social platform you choose to use, you can be social with so many people. You can build lasting relationships with people you would never have met otherwise. You can build community.
Hope you join me soon in Horizon.
Hi, I'm TM Wheeler-Wen, and I am a creator in Facebook Horizon. I want to talk to you today about community. And the community here in Facebook Horizon is amazing. And just be able to talk to friends at any time of the day. I've had support from Women in Horizon. Another group is the Horizon Creator Community. We also support each other in lots of ways. I'd also like to develop community with people with dyslexia and ADHD. I've joined Blue Wave Studios, which is a production company. We're producing films in VR, and the collaboration to build worlds, to create sets, to film is unmatched. So Facebook Horizon and social VR has been a very huge blessing for me, and I'm very glad for it. So I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the metaverse.
Hi everyone, I'm Leslie C. and welcome to Smile Boutique, one of the worlds I created. I'm so happy to be a part of this video and share my love for Horizon. Women in Horizon Facebook group and Horizon have been such positive forces in my life. Thank you for letting me share this. Just in the past year and a half, I've been able to do things I didn't think was possible. And I've been able to make new friends with people whom I don't think I would have had the pleasure of meeting in real life. So for me, Horizon is synonymous with community. This community in Horizon, with its diversity in interests, age, career backgrounds, knowledge, geography, and so on, is what's pushed me to rise above fears of not being able to create worlds and to be able to ask for help when I need it. And community in Horizon is what continues to inspire me on a daily basis. Thank you, and we look forward to having you here at Smile Boutique.
Resilience and safe refuge. Values once believed to only be achievable through labor or natural-born financial success are now possible in your living room. In late 2020, I was unaware that Facebook's social virtual reality platform called Horizon would spawn refuge into safety and security within their community for me. That it would come to spawn the development of my own resilience and the fire my life had become, my value, my self-worth, all realized thanks to people through Horizon. They introduced me to the community, the most supportive space I've ever existed in. Horizon, its leaders, members, and my own personal work have grown me as a whole. Facebook faces judgment, but with some disregard as they provide a safe space for people like me when their own justice system wouldn't. When I laid in utter despair, broken and starting anew, I was held hand in hand. Community leaders, members, everyone was there for me. In a moment where I was physically alone, I had an entire safety net of people that cared for me. I was not alone. They would not give up on me even when I wanted them to. When I had no one else to hold my hand through the fire my life had become, Horizon was there through the flames. The community was determined to show me how resilient I was. As I near 2 years into my journey with Horizon, I smile at the thought of the year anniversary to the worst day of my life. Why? I survived. Today I marched through the flames, fearless, thanks to the resilience Horizon brought me. My name is Kirsten. Thanks to Horizon, I am resilient.
Are there any ways that you can see yourself helping to support the next generation of accelerator members or members in Horizon?
I kind of see myself as a network type person. So often if I meet people in the plaza or if I meet someone playing a game and they express to me that they have an interest in making a world about a certain topic or doing a certain thing, my kind of role I find is like pointing them in the direction of other people that are interested in similar things. Or I sometimes will bring someone into a build mode if they've never been in build mode before and just show them a few basic things, get them started. Yeah, that's kind of where I see myself. I'm not very experienced when it comes to like the scripting or even the design things I still struggle with as well. But for more people that have never done something, I feel like I can help there.
That's very valuable. Thank you. Thanks, Ruth. Those are important ways to support new creators. Ashes to ashes. Are there some ways that you're inspired since your experience in the accelerator to share or mentor or be there for a new generation?
Yeah, I think I would definitely want to, if anyone was interested, support them in however that may look. The next accelerator might not be a mini game, but whatever it is, there's going to probably be an application again. So whatever I feel like I learned from filling out that application, I would like to pass that on to them. And if they have questions on what to expect in the accelerator program, I help them have a better understanding what they're like getting into. And then I would like to make, some resources for women who might want to learn scripting. I know I don't call myself a super scripter, but I'm learning that I'm better than what I think I am. So I definitely
I call you a super scripter. Sorry for interrupting, but I call you a super scripter.
I definitely want to pass that on because I think it's definitely something that other people can achieve. I describe my learning style as a bit stubborn, so I have that resiliency to push through a lot of hurdles. So I want to create some type of resource that'll help people avoid those hurdles or help them push through them as well. So that way they can be, just as good as I am with scripting. So I don't know what that will look like, but hopefully I can talk to people like Ruth and figure out what kind of resources you would like to see that would make it easier for you to pick up scripting like that.
Very important. Sammy.
Because some people are in a program and like you said, you're not the best, at scripting or building, but you're still here, you still have value in the team. So I think just don't be discouraged about what you see and apply.
Well, that's just such important advice. Shapes are like opportunities to reshape how we truly build communities and worlds together, right? Are there ways that you've become a more resilient person in Horizon?
I would say yes. Like I said, I'm a stubborn person that'll push through problems, but I would prefer not to have to push through sometimes. So one of the things that I learned in the accelerator program, specifically relating to scripting, was to basically troubleshoot as you build the script out. And that has been definitely a powerful tool for me. And also breaking down what you're trying to accomplish via a script into like smaller chunks. And again, that has helped a lot. I feel like it kind of like opened a door for me, because now I can take on more challenging projects without worrying about burning myself out or being overwhelmed with trying to figure out the script or whatever.
Very nice.
As an artist, I'm in art school right now. So my one teacher is telling me that, telling class that you can't hang the curtains unless you pour the foundation. And that really stuck with me. And we actually learned that a little bit in the circular program. So don't start on like detailing an object until you have the layout finished. And I learned that you have to plan ahead and don't get caught up in the details the right way, because it's going to be wrong in the beginning until it gets right over time. So I think just keep on adding to it and not giving up until it's the way you desire it to look like.
That's such valuable advice that is important in Horizon and out of Horizon. So that was new for me also, that whole gray boxing, right? Where they taught us a concept called gray boxing. And that's when, let's say you have an idea and you want to figure out your core game mechanic or your core function or purpose surrounding what you want the action or interaction to happen. And instead of completely making a gigantic world for it, you know, just using a couple of basic gray or purple or whatever color shapes you want and make it happen. But you don't have to make, you know, you don't have to build. This part shows some of our events, if you can hear me narrating over this. Okay, we have a lot of events each month that highlight diverse creators, including issues of like social justice issues to eating meals and dinner parties together. So we have across the board monthly events that built when diverse women and LGBTQ members of our community work together and have amplified voices and leadership roles, then anything can happen. We can live the true way in a fully of, by, for all circular system that's sustainable, healthy, and promotes the best living. I really believe that how we live and build and work together in Horizon and social VR can be a model for what happens outside of VR. We love our dinner parties. We had one even for Nava and the presenters from AWE. Tonight we're having a dinner party that's a Brazilian dinner party with new members. We share a salad bowl that goes around the table, and we talked about how we want new abundance for this next year.
Amazing.
And we just had a New Year's Eve event. It was one of the largest events in Horizon Worlds in a matter of 3 hours. Over close to 1,300 guests came. And in that time, I was able to share about women in Horizon to many new group members. And now our group has over 500 members, which is really exciting. It just started with Nav and I. So to see it grow within this last year to 500, it's exciting. Our goal is definitely, hopefully, one day over 51% of creators can be women.
I like that goal. Everybody should join.
Everyone can really realize their dreams for what's right for them. I'm a museum professional and a community leader. So here we just started a new archive where every single door of a world created by women will get included into this ever-growing world hub. And the members are creating it. So one day, when I am no longer interested or part of or doing any of this work, although I'll probably do it for a very long time, but Horizon will go on, and new generations will have this archive of foundational worlds. So that's a little bit about women in Horizon from the voices of the members themselves.
Those are some amazing stories, Paige. I just can't even believe it. I'm familiar faces for sure, but I had no idea all that you've done, and it's just an incredible opportunity. So I hope we can invite everybody that's watching this to join the group and experience it and get those numbers up so we can get to 51% women in Horizon Worlds.
Yeah, I'm really inspired to do it. I heard that Spark AR has 51% women creators, and now I'm so energized. But the metaverse is a really large place, and this work can happen in pockets through the metaverse all over. Until there's this interoperability, it's important to seek new spaces and plant these kinds of seeds. In the next part of this presentation, I'm going to share a little bit of a video of what happens when, what happens on some of the other platforms that I play in, as well as like investing in young women and young teen people who you know, people say that young people will be leaders one day, but I actually really believe that young people are already leaders, and all they need to do is be treated like that, and then they have a sense of stewardship and sense of value and can see themselves already in a leadership role, and that kind of thinking we need a lot more of. So I was a mentor in a teen tech center for a long time, and some of the members there are thriving in incredible ways. I'd like to share a little story here, a video where one of the examples that I'll share happened in, oh, I just closed my page. One moment. I'll get to you too. I have fumbly fast fingers and sometimes I close the wrong thing. That's okay. Okay, so we'll go to my library. I had everything queued up perfectly. And I'm going to show
Fine,
it
we're
to
good.
you. Okay, good.
While you're queuing that up, I just wanted to share this, one of these Buddhas here. I don't know if you can see this one over here. I wrote, my daughter and I did this collaboration, and before the first layer, we wrote every speaker's name as the first layer. And this one right here, and then there's multiple layers on top. So kind of cool. We're creating history here.
Thank you. Well,
While you're
I undid it. So what I'm going to do is actually just show you from our Horizon Art Museum, where I want, well, and I'll look for the other video during that time, but I want to show our Plus Community Voices program. And I really think and talk a lot about this program because it is the inspiration for our Plus Community Voices program. Was came rooted from Navaberg, actually, and Nava taught me my very first script that I ever really understood, thanks to Nava. And she created this world called the Heart of the Community in a time when maybe there was only 50 people in Horizon, and she invited each member to create a little area kiosk in the Central Park. And she had these headphones and she wanted us to make a voice recording. Well, in the process of that, I learned my first script, like this, how to use a voice recorder. And I could do it all by myself, you know, it was awesome. I felt like on top of the world. But something also happened where when one friend teaches another friend something, like this stronger bond happens. And I just wanted to explore that more. And so we created this program at Horizon Art Museum, which our core collection is dedicated to women artists in art history. And as new people came into Horizon, I would use a little bit of my unemployment COVID checks from each week to pay a new diverse LGBTQ or woman to learn how to create the script by making a voice activated recording. Now, we impacted 12 artists as well as donated almost $500 cumulatively in between paying artists and matching those payments to nonprofit charitable organizations, which was an option. So the artists could be paid, or they could have a double amount donated for their work and effort. And those donations, really, we still do that today in our programs, and also Better World Museum and Horizon Art Museum. So through that, we have impacted incredible communities outside of Horizon. So now I'm going to share my screen with you again and share some of the voices of our Plus Community Voices program. Okay, play.
Hello, welcome. This is Paige Dansinger at the Horizon Art Museum, an ever-expanding museum. Horizon Art Museum is dedicated to women artists. We're a site for social action. We pay diverse and LGBTQ plus creators to learn new skills and amplify their own voices in Horizon. I'd love to demonstrate one of these with you.
The bold colors and patterns made with recycled fabric seem to be giving me a tangible piece of Bendoff's life. These quilts, made by women who are among the small population of enslaved Black families able to retain their history, channeled that into an artwork that ended up influencing all of U.S. art history. My question is, what did the art world do with that legacy? And what can we do today to amplify the Gi women's legacy?
Our museum has over 30 worlds now. This is gallery 103 to 105.
Every gallery has a game. The emoji treasure hunt is so fun. Our visual thinking strategy cards democratize perceptions and understandings of art and levels the playing field. Atsuko Tanaka risked death when she wore electric dress created in 1956. 200 incandescent hot bulbs encircled her like an alien kimono. Atsuko Tanaka was one of the only women acknowledged by the post-war Japanese art movement, Gutai. One of my favorite works in the entire museum. And Lee Krasner's The Seasons from 1957, plus Community Voices.
The Seasons by Lee Krasner emanates depth and experience. Lee is commonly referred to as Mrs. Pollock, an extension of her late husband Jackson. Overshadowed by his work seeking success on her own accord, only recently have I begun to experience this myself. After the loss of her husband, she was finally free. Grief-stricken but unstoppable, she put her hands to canvas. Her ability to consistently achieve her goals, as well as her strength and confidence throughout her life, are what I will always aspire to achieve.
Yayoi Kusama's Fireflies on the Water is not only a contemporary art installation, it's a journey in existentialism. It forces us to see ourselves in the wide open darkness. And for me, it forces me to confront my fear of infinity, of endlessness. The dark expanse terrifies me, but this revelation gives me light.
Let's hop in to you who are getting obliterated in the dancing swarm of fireflies by Yayoi Kusama. Hi, welcome. Join me inside.
That was just
the Infinity
opportune
Room.
that this person hopped in that moment.
Oh, wow.
Thank
How do they
you.
do this? Oh, wow. Oh.
So you can see where one simple script or lesson or interaction between friends can have a ripple effect that's never ending. Like Phoenix, she started here in Horizon by making one of these plus community voices. And then you saw her in the other video, how she even has her own talk show now. So when people build together, and women especially work towards amplifying and supporting each other's voices, really truly anything can happen. I have just a couple more minutes here, and I'm going to share with you one last little bit here of a video of how also not just the voices of people in Horizon, but also voices from the past can be activated. Oh, one moment. Let me go to my, oh, so many examples, but I'm going to choose right now, I'm going to choose Palmyra, Syria, and Queen Zenobia as a demonstration of not just people, but also like empathetic non-player
Palmyra,
characters.
Syria was a 3rd century multicultural, bustling town. We're here today at the Triple Arch, accompanied by Queen Zenobia, our non-player character. The real Queen Zenobia was fierce.
So even like these kind of cute empathetic, we have another one, Athena. We have these adorable NPCs that are part of the museum personality as bringing back mythological, historical, and allegorical figures.
To the Parthenon, sitting upon
They each
the
have a
Acropolis
sense
of Athens.
and a role to play
I am
in
Paige
empowerment
Dansinger, the
as
founding
well.
director of Horizon Arts Museum. Today, I
And
will
we'll
share with you
skip forward to
our
little
MPC, Athena, and our new game design.
So I'm going to stop sharing for these last couple minutes and just be a human with you. So through different games and building worlds together, and just taking like that was just one example of how a script by one friend can turn into an entire program of endless impact. When this would have never happened if we were kind of communicating through a computer, I feel like, or through a Zoom call. I mean, not to say that amazing things haven't happened through Zoom, but that sense of presence, as Lola Amalola was talking about, is so tangible that we're able to really hold space for each other, as well as learn how to create more space for women.
Paige, I could not think of a more concrete example of building resilience for women and using virtual reality and the metaverse and Horizon Worlds. Like, it's amazing what you've done. And I think that we talked about this a little bit with Nava, that the pandemic really accelerated everything forward to bring this community even, reach more people and bring more people in. And it's seriously amazing. Like, I almost cried a couple of times. Like, it's just very touching. And, I've been to some of these events, and it's inspiring me to get back in and join more. And I want to figure out how to, build. And I don't think we really, you might have said this at the beginning, I can't remember, but I just want to make sure everybody realizes that, like, in real life, you are an artist and you ran a museum, and you've translated all of this into digital and now virtual, which is just amazing. You are so creative and so talented and such an amazing community builder. I just want to really acknowledge that. And I think everybody will agree. And we don't have any time for questions, but hopefully we can have you back and we can just do a Q&A and just like ask Paige anything type of thing if you're up for it, or maybe we could all meet in Horizon Worlds.
Yeah, certainly we can all, I'm happy to come back anytime, as well as I've had the wonderful opportunity of being one of your guests on your podcast
yeah.
as well. And there's plenty of ways to connect with me in the metaverse and out of the metaverse. So
Yes.
I'm available and able to share time in making a better world.
Paige, thank you so much for being a speaker and sharing all of your creativity and wisdom and world building and resilience. And thank you so much. And just namaste, follow Paige into the metaverse.
Thank you. I want to just, again, thank all the people who came before me and the people who have welcomed me and supported me along the way. You've all been my inspiration in my community. I can't do this alone. I'm not really leading this. We're really leading and stepping into it together as a group. And without female disruptors, well, you know, I would be more alone in this world. It's exciting to be an outlier or somebody who's paving the way, but without the community of other incredible women, this work wouldn't, and the women who have come centuries and centuries before, who have led innovation, even back to our primordial, like, women ancestors. It was one woman who decided that a pestle should have a foot on it, and that's innovation. So we continue on.
We do. And we're going to continue on to the next session with Catherine Lavery, and she's going to tell us the 101 on DeFi and crypto. And I hope, Paige, you'll meet us on the next session. And
I've got a lot to learn.
Perspective.
I have a lot to learn from these female disruptors. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.